So if you were to sort of set up like a military boot camp for people,
Mhm.
like to build up, but to get them to do like the battle bass, the battle bunker, etc. Do you think they're like physical benchmarks every guy should do? Have you come across like a thing where you see people struggle? I've seen you doing the squat challenges, the like getting fitness cheerleaders and that to do your challenge. Do you think there's a set limit that we should strive to be in our lives?
I do. I do. Yeah. I believe that every age, male or female, I believe that there's a certain level that you should be able to attain. Set aside from injuries, because every single person in this world, their story is different. But I do believe that it's very important to be well rounded. If you go out and you deadlift 500 pounds, okay, cool. But if you're running into a burning building, are you going to be able to run? How's your cardiovascular? Are you going to be able to lift a body out of that burning building, or are you going to be able
Mhm.
to, climb, things like that? So I do believe that humans should be able to perform when it is needed. And I'm not just saying for people in the military, because it's ultra important for them, but anybody can be walking on the side of the road and see a child in the middle of a street with a car coming. You should be able to run over to that child, be fast, and be able to take that child to safety. I believe that every person should trust themselves to be able to do that. And I see people all the time, ages 24, 25, healthy adults that can't move like that. And they don't train for speed, strength. I believe that every human should be capable of doing that.
So when your battle bunker challenges people to like 3D, it's like endurance, strength, speed, etc. How do you plan for that? How do you build up that athletic functionality? How does the military, for example, teach you to be able to throw your injured comrade on your shoulder to just keep pushing and pushing yourself when bullets are flying, etc.
They teach you certain ways and strategies like how to lift a human, but chances are when you're in the middle of either a combat situation or when you're in the middle of an intense, time sensitive situation, chances are you're not going to remember that. The important
Mm.
part is for you to remain functional enough. And how we plan for the battle bunker is we have a standard that we know is going to be tough, but we add the challenge aspect in there to really get the gears going. Because, like I said, when you're in an intense situation, obviously we're not shooting bullets at people, but I feel like the next best thing is when you have a challenger and when you say, okay, I need to beat this person because there are stakes or there's cash or whatever is on the line. When we bring people out to the battle bus, they may do 16 pull-ups because they have a crowd watching them, the cameras on them, and they're earning money. And we do it in a family-friendly way. Like I mentioned, we don't punish people if they don't perform a certain way. We just increase the stakes so they can
Mm.
perform.
And when you're doing these sort of things, do you find that that's the problem with a lot of people is that they only do sort of one certain emotion? Do you find that when you set up the battle bunker, when you used to have to find the key for the safes and stuff like that, that cognitive challenge as well kind of threw people because we're not used to working the whole body as much as just physically or mentally with like computer games, etc.
Yeah, for sure. When people come visit the battle bunker, they say, "Oh, after they attempt the challenge or complete the challenge, they usually say, I need to increase my blank because they realize in a situation like that, they realize their weak points. And that's what the battle bunker does is it shows people where they need to improve. And some people, blow right past it and they're in great shape, which just kind of solidifies their thinking behind their training. And the cognitive aspect is definitely fun because you see people fumble and all the time, on the range. I was a master at arms, so we trained in weaponry all the time. And there's so much yelling, and there's a running aspect that you have to do to get your heart rate up, and you're still thinking, okay, I have to fire 2 shots, reload my magazine, fire 4 at the back target, reload, fire the M4. So we're going through these courses of fire, and the cognitive aspect, it's a lot of fun because if you're not normally tested like that, a lot of people will see that as a roadblock.